For the past 2 days, my manifestations have gone skyrocket. Like, seriously, there's like no stopping what I manifest. All right. And it is quite clear, I think, why. Okay. So there's something to be said for knowing what you want and being okay without it. And this is not the first time I've heard it. And it's not the first time I'm going to hear it. But if it is the first time you guys hear it, please take it as what you should be doing, like what you should be concentrating on. Because I have to say that it might take a little bit of time before you get to this point, because the thing is that you've been trying to manifest with the old paradigm for so long and you're so used to it that it is going to take some time before you let go of that way of being, that way of doing. But once you get into the habit of being okay, knowing what you want and being okay without it, and just being like, okay, so if by having the conscious realization that what you want came to you because you are now in a closer vibrational groove to actually receive it, meaning that you are in the right headspace or the right vibration to get it. So at this point, when you have that wanting for something, it's just a matter of time. Now, when I say it's just a matter of time, it could depend. It could be like a week, it could be a day, it could be depending on how close you are to your manifestation, okay? Or how in sync you are with your manifestation or with the universe or whatnot. It might take an hour, it might take a day, it might take 2 days, it might take a week, it might take a month, it might take a year, or it might take a season, whatever. But you see, when you are so close, when you are vibrational, when you and your manifestation are like parallel to each other, okay, that what I'm trying to say is when you and your manifestation are head to head and you are vibing the same as your vibration, which is how you know that you will attract what you want to you, that is when you will be able to manifest it, because you know that it is yours. That's one way of looking at it. But also, when you become so in sync with your manifestation that you can smell it from a mile away before it even arrives in front of you, okay, you will become the magician of your life, or you will become the predictor of your life. You can, at this point, be able to say what you're going to manifest, say it, and then just have it manifest, okay? Now, I hope this makes sense, okay? But I'm going to give you guys an example, okay? I'm going to give you guys multiple examples, actually. So depending on how big what you are trying to manifest is, the duration of time between you getting it and you thinking about it and you getting it is going to be longer. That is a given. But the more you are in a vibrational alignment with it, the sooner you will get it, okay? Now, one does not negate the other, but there are some steps to achieve this, to get to that point of knowing, all right? So, for example, to start, okay, for those who aren't aware of it, I was hit by a car at age 19, okay? I'm now, I was gonna say 20, 34, okay? And so this happened almost 16 years ago. almost, because it happened in November, but I digress. And my goal at the time when I woke up from my induced coma, okay, was to get better from my accident in 5 years' time. Okay, it took me longer, of course, but like the initial work that I need to do took me 7 years. Okay, to completely say that, okay, I am healed from my accident took me 7 years. And like the initial, okay, let me reiterate. The big chunks of things I need to work through happened in 7 years. Okay, 7.5 years. Though for me to say that I'm completely healed from my accident, more or less happened at year 14, you can say. But at this point, I'm only getting better and better with time. It will never be completely healed, completely, but it's getting better in that sense. So, what was I getting at? Yes. So, it took time. Okay, that's because it was a big project, big project with multiple layers. Okay, but if I had been like, okay, if I had concentrated on the next thing that was right in front of me, for example, first thing I needed to do after I woke up from my coma, okay, was be able to talk, because I had been intubated for the past couple of months. I had not been speaking because I was in a coma and I had been sleeping all that time, right? So my vocal cords were not operating. So I needed to first be able to talk, but I found different ways to communicate. I had different ways of communicating. I was like mouthing words, and my parents and the people around me could understand, and so on and so forth, right? So what I want to say is, when you have a big ass goal in front of you, you start with little chunks. You start small. Okay, you say, okay, first things first, I need to be able to sit and stand up straight by myself. That was another thing I need to do. Then I need to be able to swallow my food without choking. That's another thing. And even before that, you need to be able to drink water without choking. Okay? Or being able to walk, or being able to write, or being able to think clearly. Okay? Because I need to relearn all of that, because I had been in a coma for 4.5 months. Actually, it's 4 months and 3 weeks, but I digress. So what is the first thing in front of you? So if you think along those lines, small steps, you will get to your goal much faster. Okay? And it's the addition of small goals that will allow you to achieve a big goal. Now, the other thing I want to mention is that, so for me improving my intuition, okay, when you get to the point where what you see, okay, because today I have achieved 228 subscribers, which, yay, I'm so happy. This morning, okay, I was at 227 subscribers, which is great. Now, I also thought, you know what, wouldn't it be great if I was at 228? I thought that this morning. Now I opened my thing and I saw I was 228. I was like, yes. But when you will know that you're closer and closer to your manifestation if when you think it, it happens. When you think it, it happens. It's not a fact that because you think it, it happens. It's because you are in alignment with making that, you are in alignment with that happening, that you are thinking it. I hope that makes sense, okay? And when you get to that point, people think that you have become magical, but it's not magical. You have just aligned yourself with what you want to create. But getting there takes time and effort and energy. And that is what most people aren't willing to do without, maybe they are willing to do it, but they don't know how to do it and they don't know the steps. So the steps are basically you have to do it until it becomes second nature. And it happens after a bit of time because you get used to it. You're like, okay, like, I thought this happened. I thought this happened. So it's after a couple of tries or a couple of times that this happens, that the cause and effect, that you are like, okay, I get it now. I understand how this works. But you need to do it a couple of times before it actually happens. Okay? I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions and it will be my pleasure to answer. So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys today for this insight. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. Or you could just leave a comment here. I'll see it, I'll like it and whatnot. And I'll answer. I always answer. I might not answer quickly, but I'll answer. Okay? So, my gorgeous triple tears. With that being said, I wish you guys all a very good night and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.